Hey everybody, how you doing? Good evening, good evening. Welcome back. Welcome back. You're listening to IntellectualRadio.com, and this is your host, Lady Princess, mixing it up with Lady Princess. So today I'm going to be talking about health. And the reason why I want to talk about health, I just want to share some things with you. You know, we march for everything. I've noticed that people are marching for different causes, Black Lives Matter, different things, and we're protesting. And then I also noticed the latest thing we're protesting is this soda tax. Everybody's talking about the soda tax, and I really want to just stress some things to you guys. You're marching about it, but you're spending money, and these are billionaires. And I wonder, are we getting a piece of that pie? Let me give you some history. I was doing some history, looking at some of the health issues that we have. Well, first of all, just to give you a little history, created um, Pepsi Cola. He was a pharmacist. Did you guys know that? He was a pharmacist. He graduated as a pharmacist. And basically, he went to medical school in Maryland. He owned his father's business and went bankruptcy. After he was in North Carolina, he went to public school and became a teacher. Then he became a pharmacist. He began to mix products right there in his pharmacy and actually sold Pepsi Cola from that. And you talk about on December 1902, the Pepsi Cola company was incorporated in North Carolina, and he was the president. And in June 16, 1903, the first Pepsi Cola trademark was registered. Now, mind you, I'm giving you a little history. Until this time, Pepsi Cola was as a syrup only product. It was awarded two franchises in the North Carolina. Back in 1901, basically they began to start putting more products in there, and a lot of them contain, guess what, guys? Sugar and sodium. So this happens, and he said the major reason why he did that, now his business failed, was the price of sugar immediately following World War I. So after World War I, he began to cut pounds of sugar. He said 28% per pound was sugar back in the days of World War I. And he added a large amount of sugar at the price, but the price of sugar soon after he purchased it. Now, mind you, he was doing syrup and now he's doing sugar. The reason why I'm bringing this up, because also they talked about the health, and I was going to have a health guest. I'm going to still bring it up, and I'll get some more health guests on. But they talk about diabetics and how sugar is the number one leading 74. I'm going to give you a statistic of number one death, that's leading cause of death. Heart disease, 633,842. Cancer, 595,930. Mental injuries, 146,571. Low respiratory disease, 153,041. Diabetics, 79,535. And basically, diabetics is come from what? Sugar, sugar, sugar. We are marching for this soda tax, but I haven't seen anybody march for the lottery. Now, the lottery was stated that they came here to do a 50-50 program. 50% of that money was supposed to go back into education. I have not seen not one politician, not one teacher. Nobody is marching for that lottery. Instead, we keep going back, pick 4, back, pick 7, back, pick 8. But they didn't do what they were supposed to do. But we're entertaining this. The gas went up. As soon as the gas went up, you would have thought that the people would be screaming, oh, the gas price is high. We got to pay high prices for the gas. No, 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 no. Didn't do it. They fought more for the soda tax than they fight for gas, than they fight for tobacco. Now, tobacco didn't have a chance. But right there on the package, it says, the Surgeon General warns you that the tobacco might kill you. I just read to you cancer, and that's from tobacco. 500,000, and nobody's marching for that. But we come to this soda taxes, which is a $1 billion business. That soda tax have not put any businesses in your community, haven't put any money on your table for your education, haven't said, well, we're going to put this aside for somebody who want to be entrepreneurs and put a grant aside, right? To put that. They didn't do that. They haven't done any of that. But yet and still, we got people like the commissioner, Uncle Tom. I call them puppets on a string. I'm going to stand up for the soda tax, but it gives you diabetics. Now, when I go into Page County and I go in Will County, I get freshly squeezed orange juice, freshly squeezed lemonade. But in ours, we get a liquor store in every corner. Understand the problem? I don't see no fresh fruit markets. I don't see no fresh fruit stands coming up. I don't see no fresh. We get everything halfway. So if you're going to, I know we're kneeling on killings because we've been unfair treated for years. But that's one thing. But we're not marching for the soda tax. We're not saying this is wrong. This is not right. Yeah, we should tax them. The first thing we say, oh, my pop gonna go up. Maybe you should start drinking some water. How about that? Leave the pop alone because they talk about the acid in the pop. They talk about the sugar in the pop. It's not good for you no way. But yet and still we're marching. We're not marching for these cigarettes. Cigarettes is the biggest cause of cancer. These people have made billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars. Facts. They say that that we have not built America. Let me give you facts. Facts. We have built America and we're still building America. So therefore, how do we change the system? If you don't own a soda company and you're an African American and you don't have any ownership in it, then why are you marching? I'll hold. Right. You shouldn't be marching. So when you do and you look up stuff like that and see that, let me see, Pepsi Cola right now is at $1 billion. Not just one, multi-billion-dollar company. So this is crazy. So when I look at black owners of slavery in America, do you understand that black also owned black slaves? As a matter of fact, it started in Africa. And then the white man sent it, and what they do, brought us over here. But guess what? Blacks have created, when they came over here, the first heart surgery was done by a black man. That street lights that you stop at it was done by a black man. So when we look at that, we built America. But yet still, we have more inventors in America. We 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 have more inventors. But I have not seen. Now I can go to Chinatown. I can go to what they call the little Spanish area. But where's the black area? Where's the history where I go down and I can see, hey, this is a museum. I know we got online museums that black inventors have invented, but where's that black history being taught in our education? So again, what are we really fighting for? We're going to talk about injustice. First of all, before you tell me anything, talk about our self-worth. What are we really fighting for? What is our self-worth? What are we teaching our kids? What are we teaching our children? Are we teaching them that really black is beautiful? It used to be back in the day when we used to have things says, I'm black and I'm proud. I'm black and I'm proud. We don't have that anymore. We run from our race. We color our skins. We wear lighter. I mean, you see even the stars do it. Lighter everything. We try to portray to be something that we're not, and we keep going on and on. Did you know that Garnett Morgan invented the gas mask and the traffic light? He was the first black. Do you know that Elijah McCord, who built the automatic lubricant cup on the car? Did you know Madame Walker, who developed the hair and beauty product that we wear and became the first millionaire in the United States? Are you aware of Louis Latter? He did the telephone. He was Bill Graham. That's who did that. And the light bulb. That was him. Are you aware of that? Are you aware of Jan, who created the shoe lasting machine? Also the shoe industry? Yeah, we created that. George Washington Carver. You guys know him. He developed the peanut, but also he did the agriculture. You guys know Dr. Charles Lewis. You know him? He was the one that was talking about the bank. You know, the blood bank that you get? That's him. Who helped save lives around America? He was black. So these are things I'm telling you, we don't even realize. We built America. These are our inventions. The radio, the television, that's our invention. Your car, the railroad, would have been changed forever if it wasn't for Elijah McCoy. McDonald Walker, she came over with that hair product, sucked that hair down, came over with that press comb. Some of y'all still be walking around with nappy naps. But I'm just saying, we have to start doing better and understanding that we need more. So in order for you to get more, because see, I was telling my super producer there, I was like, my guest to show up. Nah, I wasn't going to come on. But you know what? I told him I had something to say because I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Whether you show up or not, I'm tired. And until you get tired and being sick and tired of being sick and tired, then you'll give up. Now, I'm a black-owned business. I'm running my company. I'm the only company that's doing a direct hire with felons, veterans, anybody who wants to get back to work. I'm hiring them. We need 100 for one shift and 100 for the next shift. I go out and knock on these doors. Now, remind you, I said direct hire. So that means as a temp service, I'm not making percentages off of these individuals. They're going directly to the door. And the reason why I'm doing it, and I'm going to tell you why, because they are not knocking at your door. So I'm knocking at their door and being a face for you and opening up that door and saying, hey, you don't have to pay Dempsey. Can they come to work? Now, how many companies you know that do that? Oh, we don't have a job for you. Or they put up this hocus pocus and say, well, you're not the right color. I'm saying all colors are going to get paid. So when I made that deal with that company, the company looked at me at first, was like, well, we got a lead out here. I said, I'm just asking, can I get some people there? So what I did was, because a lot of people didn't have cars, I went and took my own money and I bought vans. So I'm transporting them too. So you can't tell me excuses is made for the dead. I told you before and time and again, with me, you won't make excuses because I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Because like I told them, if they don't get to work, then there's going to be more crime, robbery's going to increase, and so will crime increase. Company, Dempsey Staffing Firm, 708-865-1558. If you are a felon who have done something wrong, you deserve a second chance. And I'm here to give you that chance. Trust and believe. We got 2 shifts. The first shift is at 5 a.m. in the morning to like 1:30 in the afternoon. The second shift is 1:30 to 11:30. You choose. I'm opening up the door for you. You can have your friends call, your family call. You can tell somebody on the bus. My office is open to you because why? If you come in on Monday, they do what they do. You come in on Monday. First of all, you got to get registered. They take you to orientation, and as soon as you walk in the plant, they know what they say to you. Welcome. They don't interview you. We do all that. So we're doing a direct hire right here in Westchester, Illinois. You don't even have to go for a second or third interview. You're hired when you walk in my door. Now, how good is that? You're hired the same day and you go to work. Get paid once a week, $10.25 an hour. Getting your own check. Why? Because I'm trying to help establish America, establish black back to work. That's what I'm trying to do. See, I done heard all the excuses. No, I'm not getting a percentage, which I normally would do, is I will bill the client. I said, I want them directly hired. I don't want them temping. I want them directly hired. Can we make that happen? They said, absolutely. Why? Because this is real. It's a deal for them. But it's also a deal for me. It might not be money that I'm getting, but what I'm getting is I'm seeing satisfaction in families being built again in America. And trust me, that's better than any kind of finances that my company can make. God has blessed me, and I'm being a blessing by giving back to his people. Now, whether you white, whether you Caucasian, whether you Mexican, I don't care what creed you are, you only need 2 forms of ID and come to my office and fill out the paperwork. That's all you need. That's it, and that's all. So like I told my super producer, no, I'm going to stay because I got something to say. I got something to say. When I was asked to do this intellectual radio, and he asked me, and I'm honored to do it. Evidently, he's seen something in me to give back to some people because he just don't let everybody come on his show or do a show. See, and that's what I admire about him. He did it, and I'm here to tell you right now that this is my platform. I'm giving back jobs. I can't give you back no clothes and no food, but I can give you a job. How about that? So even though now my birthday is September 28th, which is coming up, I'm going to do a birthday party in October. I don't know what date it is because everybody want me to do a party. But what I'm telling people that come to the party, if we're going to do a party, let's do something for a cause. I'm not asking for money, but I'm asking if we do something, whether it's for children. But right now, I'm looking at this generation, this missing generation. This missing generation. We need to start talking to them. We need to start encouraging them and building them up. I've been a business owner since 1990. I've been owning Dempsey Staffing since 2011, but I also own another company. So I have two businesses that I currently run, okay, and been running. Why? Because America is built on entrepreneurship. I just told you about the entrepreneurships. They were all black. I believe that the race is not given to the swift nor to the strong, but the one that endures to the end. I believe that God said He'll pour you out a blessing that you may not have room enough to receive. I believe that God hears us. He said, by faith. Without faith, it's impossible to please Him. And I believe stepping out on faith, because that's what I did. I got a watermelon seed for, I don't have a little bit of faith. I had a whole big watermelon. I stepped out on faith. And what I'm saying is what He did for me, He can do for you too. He has no respect to persons. He does it because He loves us. And so I'm doing that because I want to see the crime decrease. My goal is to get 250,000 people back to work. That's my goal. And I'm setting that. And I'm charging these politicians right now and these pastors right now. I'm charging it. I'm charging it to you. You can sponsor somebody to get on a bus to get back to work. You can do that. We don't need the government system to do that. You can do that. You get a check. Not only do you get a check, your office is paid by us, your secretaries paid by us, your computers are paid. That's taxpayers' dollars. All that's the type of, I need a constituent office. A constituent how? If you're going to do work with the kids, because you were supposed to work for us, and we need to hold them accountable. If you're going to work for us, then start giving back to them. I'm already giving away jobs. They're getting directly hired. They're not temp service. You can sponsor them to get on a bus. You can sponsor their first lunch until they get that first or second check. But yet still, it's election season. And I'm telling you, start holding them accountable and stop looking at these puppets. They're talking about, can Tony Preckwinkle, can Tony Preckwinkle. You a puppet. That soda tax, if they're not going to decrease the tobacco and gas and food tax, we shouldn't be marching for that soda. You can't have one thing that you want to fight for that's creating diabetics and sugar and all that, and they making billions of dollars and ain't putting out a dime in my community or your community, whether you're Spanish, Latino, they ain't putting none in your community. As a matter of fact, they haven't put it in the human community. How about that? But we steady fighting. Tonight, if you don't do anything else when you listen to this broadcast, wake up. Wake up. We have to become and get better as a people, as a whole. I'm not talking about blacks. I'm not talking about whites. I'm talking about as a race, as a people, as a generation. Because we have to break this generation curse. And the only way we do that is we have to start listening and start developing our own, start creating our own gardens, start building our own. Talk about Trump, but guess what? What would any other president have done? He's doing something, but they talked about Barack Obama, they talked about Bush, they talked about George Carver, they talk about anybody that's sitting in that seat. My thing is you hold them accountable by saying, look, as a people, we need this. We need to stop living off the system and say, well, I get Section 8 and I'm good. When they cut that off, you don't have no work skills, babe. You need work skills. I got guys right now that's on house arrest working in these factories. House arrest. Parolees. I talk to paroles all the time. Now, I said today, I had a gentleman walk in my office. He said, well, I'm a felon. I said, well, all of them are too. You actually hired? I said, they starting work Monday. I don't talk about it. I am about it. I'm not going to stay before you long. I'm going to end my show early today. But I want you to know that stay tuned to IntellectualRadio.com. This is your girl, Lady Princess, and you're mixing it up. You never know what you might hear, what you might see. And I'll be here next Tuesday for you. Have a blessed night.